This video explains how to configure the basic software settings on the Senstar LM100 in order to get it up and running. After installing the Senstar LM100 system, the intrusion detection and lighting settings need to be configured. Configuration is done using Senstar's UCM software, a point-and-click application that runs on a Windows laptop. To configure the LM100, you will require a Windows laptop with installed UCM software, a USB cable, Type A to Type B, and a large screwdriver or similar object. Note, the UCM software is available on CD or as a download from www.senstar.com/support. The Senstar LM100 configuration consists of the following tasks. 1. Connect over USB. 2. Configure luminaire sequence. 3. Configure intrusion detection parameters. 4. Configure schedules. Using a USB cable, connect your laptop to the Senstar LM100 gateway. Start the UCM software. The UCM software will automatically attempt to detect the Senstar LM100 gateway. Note, if this is the first time running the software, you may need to click Cancel and manually change the settings. To rescan the USB devices, click the USB Devices drop-down box. Set the network type to Silver Network. Set the device type to Senstar LM100. Make sure that USB is selected and that a USB device is shown. Click Connect. Once the connection is established, the COM status light will turn green. Note, if you cannot connect or if the COM status light stays red, exit the UCM software, disconnect the USB cable, and start over. The Status tab shows the overall state of the system, including event history, alarm conditions, and individual device diagnostics. The Head Status section includes a set of buttons that temporarily toggle the individual luminaires or entire zones on or off. After installing the luminaires, you need to configure their sequence. The luminaires communicate over a wireless link, so you need to inform the system of their physical order along the perimeter. In the Config tab, scroll down and click Sequence. The Define Head Sequence window lists all of the luminaires detected by the system and their assigned order. Unordered heads. All luminaires that are communicating with the gateway. The order in this list is determined by communication patterns, not physical locations. Ordered heads. Luminaires that have had their location tested. Example, an alarm generated near each luminaire. Head sequence, a list that is manually ordered to match the luminaire sequence along the perimeter. First, obtain the list of all unordered luminaires by clicking Record. The system will automatically populate the list with luminaires as the gateway discovers them. The discovery process may take up to 10 minutes. Once all the luminaires are added, click Stop. If a luminaire is not discovered, click Stop. Ensure the missing luminaire is powered on, and click Record. The system remembers the previously discovered ones, so you can stop the process once the new ones are found. Next, populate the ordered heads list. Click Record. Using a screwdriver or other object, walk along the perimeter. Tap each luminaire gently so that its LED flashes. This adds the luminaire to the ordered list. When tapping, 2 flashes followed by 3 flashes. Luminaire is added to the list. 4 flashes. Luminaire has entered alarm. Reduce tap strength. 5 flashes. Luminaire is already added to list. Tap the luminaires in order as you walk the perimeter. This will assist you when assigning the final order. Once you have walked the entire perimeter, return to your laptop and click Stop. You can quickly identify a luminaire by selecting it and clicking the Indicate button. The luminaire will briefly flash. Finally, add the ordered luminaires to the head sequence by selecting them from the list and clicking Add. When building the list, use the arrow buttons to move individual luminaires up or down. Hold down the Shift key to select multiple luminaires. Press Delete to remove a selected luminaire. Select Insert Before, Insert After, or Replace to control the behavior of the Add button. You can quickly identify a luminaire by selecting it and clicking the Indicate button. The luminaire will briefly flash. Once the luminaires are sequenced, save a copy of the configuration to your laptop, as well as download it to the gateway in order to make the changes active. Close the Define Head sequence window. Click Yes to save any changes. From the menu, choose File, Save, and if required, select a file name and location. To make the changes active, click Download and select Yes. The download is complete when the COM status light turns green. The sequence of luminaires along the perimeter is now configured. At this point, your system is using the default settings. The system will turn on the LEDs when intrusion attempts are detected. To optimize the system for your site, review and adjust the detection and lighting schedule parameters. The Senstar LM100 detects any attempt to cut, climb, or lift the fence fabric. The detection parameters are configurable, making it possible to calibrate the system specific to your fence and detection requirements. Calibration involves creating a sensitivity profile of the fence, grouping individual luminaires into zones, and configuring detection parameters for each zone. A sensitivity profile is a graph that shows how your specific fence responds to disturbances. You can use this information to set custom alarm threshold levels. In the Config tab, scroll down and click Profile. Click the Zoom In, Zoom Out buttons so that the graph shows the approximate number of luminaires in your system. Click Record. The graph displays the real-time fence response. Red values indicate the maximum value recorded at that location. Walk along the fence while dragging a screwdriver. You may go over the same spot as many times as necessary to ensure the entire fence is tested. Click Stop. The recorded profile is displayed in red. Generally, the fence response stays roughly within a 50 to 75 range. The appearance of large valleys may indicate areas of the fence that were not properly tested or have poor response. Click Update to keep the profile. The new profile is displayed in green. Close the window and confirm the changes. The new profile is displayed in gray. Now that the profile is done, group the luminaires into detection zones. To create zones, first divide the luminaires into groups called segments. Click Split to add new segments. Adjust the luminaire range by dragging the boundaries left or right. Assign each segment to a zone. Segments assigned to Zone 0 do not generate alarms. The red line is the alarm threshold value. Configure the alarm threshold for each zone. In general, the line should be slightly below the profile line. Higher equals less sensitive, lower equals more sensitive. Click the up and down arrows to adjust the alarm thresholds for all the zones at one time. After the zones are set, configure the operation of the LEDs when an alarm is generated. Off. Luminaire stays off when alarm occurs. Head on turns the individual luminaire on, if not on already. Zone on turns on all the luminaires within the zone. Head strobe quickly flashes the LED in the alarming luminaire. Zone strobe quickly flashes the LEDs in all the luminaires within the zone. Zone on head strobe turns on all the luminaires within the zone and quickly flashes the alarming luminaire. Duration configures the number of minutes the LEDs are on or strobing after an alarm is generated. Set the intensity or brightness of the luminaire during an alarm by configuring the Auto Light Control's light level parameter. For example, if the lights are normally on at 25% intensity, the zone could change to 100% intensity when an intrusion attempt is detected. If unsure, leave this value at 100%. The settings described in this section configure the conditions under which the system will generate an alarm. If unsure about any of these parameters, use the default values. The event window is the number of seconds that must pass before another disturbance is considered a separate event. The event count is the number of events that must occur before an alarm is generated. The alarm window is the length of time in seconds before the event count is reset back to 0. Supervision mode configures the expected orientation of the luminaires. This determines when supervision alarms occur and enables the luminaires to be installed on different types of gates. Mode 1 ignores horizontal orientation changes in the Z-axis. Mode 2 ignores orientation changes in the X and Y axis. Mode 3 all orientation changes trigger an alarm. Supervision tolerance configures how sensitive the sensor module is to changes in its orientation. Lower the value to increase supervision sensitivity. Raise the value to lower supervision sensitivity. After configuring the zones and detection settings, save a copy of the configuration to your laptop as well as download it to the gateway in order to make the changes active. From the menu, choose File, Save, and if required, select a file name and location. To make the changes active, click Download and select Yes. The download is complete when the COM status light turns green. At this point, test your zone and detection settings. Go to the edge of each zone area and use a screwdriver to tap the fence. The number of required taps is based on the event count number. Wait at least 1 second between taps. Observe the event log. An alarm indicating the affected zone and luminaire should be displayed. Adjust the zone segments and/or alarm threshold levels as required. Remember to download any changes. At this point, the luminaires should be detecting intrusion attempts. The next step is to configure the lighting so that the luminaires turn on and off based on a pre-programmed schedule. The Schedule tab makes the luminaires turn on or off based on the time and day of the week. Up to 8 independent schedules can be used at one time. Note, the Schedule tab is used only to turn the lights on or off. It does not enable or disable intrusion detection. Select or check the schedule that you want to enable. Configure the schedule's on and off time in 24-hour format, as well as the days to which it applies. Select All if you want all the luminaires to be on during this time. Select the zone number if you want this schedule to apply to a specific zone. After configuring the schedule, you can set the intensity or brightness of the LEDs. Click the Config tab. In the Normal Light Control section, set the light level. This parameter configures the default intensity or brightness of the luminaires when they are on and not experiencing any alarms. If unsure of your site requirements, leave it at 100%. After configuring the schedules, save a copy of the configuration to your laptop, as well as download it to the gateway in order to make the changes active. From the menu, choose File, Save, and if required, select a file name and location. To make the changes active, click Download and select Yes. The download is complete when the COM status light turns green. The schedules are now active. At this point, your Senstar LM100 intelligent perimeter lighting and sensing system is configured and operational. For information on connecting the LM100 to your alarm system, see the Senstar LM100 alarm panel connections video.